Yo, yo, yo. Hey, yo, what's good to all my heroes and villains out there? You know who it is. It's your boy, LC. Guys, welcome to another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectible. With that down, let's go ahead and continue. I wanted to check out the, another update when it comes to Avengers Doomsday, when it comes to Dr. Doom. Okay, this is gonna be like, we have some Dr. Doom updates. We're about to go ahead and check out the video to one of the nerdiest guys on YouTube.
Okay.
So we have here Josh over at the Den of Nerds. So yeah, he has some rumors and theories as well when it comes to Dr. Doom. So let's go ahead. Let's not waste no time and jump right into this video. But yeah, comment below though. Let me know what you guys thought about the last video. All right, let's do this.
Okay, so we got an interesting update to an ongoing story. This is a rumor that we've heard a lot about. When this rumor was first reported, it was reported by Daniel Pooper Scooper RPK. And he was talking about female variants of Doctor Doom. Okay, now look, man, as soon as he put this shit out there, a lot of other people kind of came out and gave backlash. Gary from Nerd Erotic said this is not true at all. I had some people tell me it wasn't true. I had some people tell me it was true, but then, kind of reading between the lines, what I kind of thought was going on was that Daniel was once again taking something he heard and delivering it in the most... in a way that would cause a kerfuffle online. He was stirring the pot.
Hey, Mama Bear, how's it going, guys?
Frankly, he's in the business of getting clicks, but also, Daniel is one of these people that wants all the custodians to be female. And so he wants to make people like me mad. He wants to make the dude bros, the chud people mad. And the idea of a female Doctor Doom, it fucking gets me mad, brother. It really does. So when we first heard about these reports, I was like, I don't know about this shit, okay? And there were other people that told me behind the scenes that there would be some henchmen of Doom. There would be 3 of them that were female. One would be in a green cloak. One would be in a purple cloak. And then one would be in a golden cloak. They would all have Dr. Doom masks. But there were also 2 other variants mentioned within this group. One was a variant that had a mask where the mouthpiece was cut off, seemingly so this version of Doom would be able to speak, maybe the court gesture, or maybe just a person that's there to translate. And then there was another variant of Doom that had horns, also in a mask, but had horns. Okay? And I was like, wow, this is kind of interesting. Daniel's saying this thing. Gary's saying it's not females. I'm hearing that there's truth to the story. Then after that, Roka confirmed 2 of them. I think he confirmed the purple and the green ones. He never confirmed the one in the gold. But anyway, what I'm saying is, this is an ongoing theme. People have talked about this. Alex had sort of hinted that Doom would have other people that were wearing the masks. And so over the weekend, Daniel said on his Patreon, Dr. Doom reportedly has multiple masked sidekicks, men and women, in Avengers Doomsday, but it's unclear if they're a cult of followers or variants of Dr. Doom. Man, is Daniel learning? Or are we just keeping the pressure on this motherfucker so he can't just get away with his same old tricks? I don't know, but I appreciate this. I wish this was the way it had first been reported. Imagine if instead of saying there's going to be female variants of Dr. Doom in Doomsday, if Daniel had said Dr. Doom reportedly has multiple masked sidekicks, men and women, and it's unclear if they're a cult of followers or variants of Dr. Doom. If he had reported it that way originally, I would not have given him any shit. Okay, so now he's reporting this. And so now we're like, okay, well, what's the deal with this? Well, we sort of talked about this before, but this piece of concept art here came out in a sea of other leaks where the person was drawing the images of the thing that they saw from behind the scenes. I don't know if you remember that. This was a thing. These images here do appear to be what was described to me. At least the one wearing purple, and maybe that's the one that's wearing gold. But as I pointed out before, the one that's wearing gold there, that kind of looks like red to me.
I'll let her know.
And if it is red, then that kind of changes the calculus here of who might be behind that mask. Okay? So, let's consider the possibilities. Do we think these are Doom variants? It's possible some of them are. Okay, it is legitimately possible that there are some Doom variants. In fact, like, there's a part of, I have this, like, kind of, like, gut instinct feeling going on that maybe the one with the mouth removed is RDJ as well. Remember when RDJ shared that birthday invitation and there was that really weird variant of Doom that had the weird curly hair? And then at his actual birthday party, RDJ looked like that version of Doom with the curly hair. Well, that version of Doom also had a golden mask. And that comic that RDJ had shared did have a bunch of Victor Von Doom variants there. So, partially because of RDJ sharing that stuff, partially because it could be the case that there are Doom variants in this film, and we've technically seen other Doom variants, right, through the Fantastic Four movies. I'm kind of thinking there could be some variants, but also these are probably like a cult of Doom, or just Dr. Doom followers and henchmen that he has working for him. There were also some rumors and theories, and this is where we got to get careful because some of this stuff came from Majestic and James Mack. And again, it's just, I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I don't think they're reliable. They could have some stuff right. But if they do have stuff right, it's probably just stuff they got from other people. I don't think they have sources. But one of the things he said was that Clea was going to turn on Doom. Sylvie was going to turn on Doom. I think the Sylvie thing's probably true because that predates Majestic and some of them talking about it. So maybe we're looking at Clea and she's behind that mask. Maybe there's a variant of Loki that has horns and he's behind that mask. Maybe there's a Doctor Strange that's behind that mask. I could see a scenario in which Doom has all of these followers and we kind of see them throughout the film, right? And then at some point in the movie, they reveal who they are and it's shocking. Like maybe one of them is Scarlet, or the Scarlet Witch. And we're like, yo, that's wild. Maybe one is Sylvan. We're like, yo, that's wild. Maybe one is Clea. And we're like, that's wild. Maybe it's even crazier than that. Right? Like maybe it's literally Femke. And she is Phoenix, but she's Dark Phoenix. Maybe she's dead in that X-Men universe, but she's there from a different universe working with Doctor Doom. Like that would be crazy, and that would kind of tie into the multiversal Masters of Evil. Which on that point, and a lot of you already know where I'm going with this, but we have some indicators that elements from Avengers Forever with Avengers Prime Loki and the Doom Above All Dooms, and the Multiversal Masters of Evil. There are elements of that are being adapted for Avengers Doomsday. I think the Multiversal Avengers at the end of time fighting against Doom's team, I think that's real. That predates Majestic and James Mack and all those people. That's like Alex Perez stuff. That's stuff that he talked about for a long time. I think it's real. What I can't quite place here, what I don't fully understand, is like, we just got the images from the Fantastic Four trailer, and I don't know if you all saw this, but there's like parts of the trailer that seem like there was stuff taken out digitally, and it actually seems like they did kind of a shitty job at it because you could see some like artificing in the horizon and stuff like that. Did you all see that? So some people are saying, oh, well, they removed Doctor Doom and his ship, the Fantastic Four rocket, Excelsior 1 or whatever they're calling it, from that shot where Ben Grimm, remember? It seems like Ben Grimm's on like the one side of the screen. It's like really seems like a lot of weird empty space on the right side of the frame when Ben Grimm is introducing himself to M'Baku. There's even some people like Alex hinting that maybe Doom is in that shot. I think Manabite has hinted, Jeremy Conrad, that Doom is in that shot. So what I can't...
That's what I was saying before in the previous video. Like, it does look like these trailers have a bunch of shit that was taken out. You know what I mean? But Marvel is already known to do a bunch of things like that. But yeah, when you watch it, like when Shuri is walking in the desert, it shows like she's walking into just a desert and nothing's in front of her. But I bet when we watch the movie, we're gonna see like the Fantastic Four ship right there, or they're gonna be out of the ship and just standing there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm telling you.
What I can't understand, what I'm kind of trying to figure out is like, okay, so let's just assume whether they're variants, or whether they're secret, allies of the Avengers or whatever, there's a bunch of people that are working for Doctor Doom that have the mask, that are wearing cloaks similar to this. And that's probably connected to what Daniel said about Doom having these other Dooms, whether they're variants or cult followers, okay? Well, are they with Doom the whole time? Are they with Doom the whole time? Are they also in the shot with the Fantastic Four and Victor as he's introducing himself to them? I mean, I kind of don't think so. Like, what do you guys think? I kind of don't think so. Okay? I think this is likely connected to something I still believe to be true, despite all the rumors and the fake scoopers and everything that threw us off. I still believe that Victor has like a secret plan, that there's stuff he's keeping from other folks, right? So that kind of implies that what's going on with these masked characters is going to be something that's like later revealed later on in the film, seemingly after the real plan comes out, because like it kind of seems like Doom goes into the Fantastic Four universe, right? And he's like, I'm the last survivor of this universe. The incursions are happening and we're totally screwed. So I need your help, Fantastic Four. I need your help, Reed Richards, to help fix the incursions. And guess what? We need to go to 616 because we need their help too, because it's this X-Men universe that's destroying all the universes. Right? And if that's what it is, like, does Doom show up in the Fantastic Four universe with all his posse as well? I don't know. Like, you see why it's a little confusing? I am really not sure. I'm really not sure how it's all going to go down. But I will tell you that a lot of people have teased that this is real and that this will end up being a reveal. So one way that this could go, and that would be really, really cool, is like if these characters were all there, okay, and this masked one and the purple's there and the masked one and the red is there and they're all there for the whole movie, but they're just kind of in the background, or they're just helping Doom, or they're supporting Doom. And then we get to like the end of the film and they all take off their masks and it's like, oh my God, it's the Scarlet Witch. Oh my God, it's Clea. And that was Doctor Strange the whole time. And they're all just working for Victor Von Doom. That would be pretty badass. That would be a pretty cool twist. That would be pretty wild. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. I think it probably makes more sense if, at least for the first act and maybe part of the second act, Victor is seemingly on his own. Aren't you more apt to help a guy that's on his own? What do you guys think? Like what? Yeah, like the Death Eaters. Like, what do you guys think of this? This is a fascinating part of the movie. And again, I think this is real. This is coming from Daniel. They have masked sidekicks, men and women. Does he have it for the duration of the movie? Is it part of the reveal that's going to happen later on in the movie? I don't know. I don't know. But either way, I'm excited. I think this is cool. I mean, so the way I think of it is, I think it's going to be in the back half. I don't think it's going to initially be there, but maybe it will be something that happens as Doom reveals more and more of his plan. And then I love the idea of them taking the masks off and then it's revealed that there are characters we know. That could be really interesting. Like, look, I'll tell you one rumor that's out there that's kind of wild. And we have not talked a lot about this. But it's starting to be suggested by some of these rumors that Peggy Carter might be one of these. And if that's the case, I mean, bro, did Victor go get a variant of Peggy to fight against Steve because he knew Steve wouldn't be able to kill Peggy? Bro, if that's what it is, then is he doing the same thing with the Scarlet Witch, where he's going to fight against Magneto, but then ultimately he's going to use the Scarlet Witch to fight against Magneto? That's pretty wild. That's pretty interesting. I wonder if there are any other characters that have a male or female character that would get them to let their guard down.
I would say Jean Grey. Like, let's say he has evil Dark Phoenix, and then they go to the X-Men universe, and then to fight Cyclops, and then Cyclops is gonna see her, he's not gonna want to fight her because it's Jean Grey. That'd be crazy too. Like, you pair up Jean Grey with Cyclops. You know what I mean? The Phoenix. That'll be crazy.
And then there's questions about the evil Avengers, right? A Hydra version of Captain America, maybe like an evil version of Hawkeye, an evil version of Black Widow. Jane Foster. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I wonder how Thor would deal with Jane Foster, masked Doctor Doom person. Yeah. Pepper Potts. Pepper Potts. Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah, I don't know, man. There's some juice here. There's some juice here for show. Faux show. Really quite interesting. So I guess we'll just wait and see as we get more info. It's Heather. Oh, my God. Vision? No. I'm sticking with Doom bots. Doom's ego is too bloated to let anyone else take the credit for being behind the mask. Yeah, there's something to that. So in the Avengers Forever run, in the Doom Above All Dooms, there's this moment where the Doom that gets captured, who's a Man-Thing Doom, goes to kill some of the Doom bots in the room, and then realizes they're not Doom bots. And then what you realize is that the Doom Above All Doom is going around the multiverse, collecting up variants of himself, only to then have them lose their minds, become subservient to him, cut out their own tongues, and basically act as though they are Doom bots. Right? So maybe it's a mixture, you know? But I thought, as we were, because we talked about this rumor a lot, I thought it would be so cool if at the end of the movie, one of the multiversal Avengers characters kills, oh man, this just popped into my head and it's kind of crazy. Okay, so we're talking about Femke Jean Grey, right? So what if the multiversal Avengers at the end in the third act, what if Logan, the one from Deadpool and Wolverine, is one of them? And what if he has to fight against the Jean Grey and he can't actually do it or whatever, right? Oh, that would be really, really cool. So maybe it's a combination. Maybe it's Doom grabbing up these variants for the purpose of throwing off or shocking or ruining the heroes. But maybe it's also variants of Doom, like it was in the other book. And maybe there'll be this moment where one of them goes to kill one of the Doom bots, and then we realize that they're not Doom bots, that they're actual people. That would be pretty wild. That would be pretty wild. Ryan Hurst will play Kratos. That is cool. Who's Ryan Hurst, though? Should I know him?
All right, guys. So that was Josh over at the Den of Nerds. Yeah, that was a good update right there, man. That'll be crazy. You have a bunch of the heroes masked up, pretending to be Doom bots. You know what I mean? Servants of Dr. Doom. That'll be crazy. That will be crazy, though. That would be dope. Yeah, guys. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about that rumor, that theory. But yeah, I did hear about this some while back, that it was going to be 3 of them, with the one that he just showed right there. One in yellow, one in red, and then one in green. You know what I mean? Dressed up. But, yo, that is going to be crazy, yo. So, that being said, this was dope. This was awesome. This has been another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. I'm your boy, LC. Until next time, guys. Peace.